This is question number 22. Workers in a factory commute from their homes to the factory. The table below shows the distances in kilometers covered by the workers. So we have distance in kilometer, number of workers. So from 1 to 5, we had there were 3 workers. 6 to 10, there were 6. 11 to 15, there were 2. 16 to 20, there were 7. 21 to 25, there were 4. 26 to 30 kilometers, there were 2. The mean distance covered was 14.5 kilometers. Determine the value of t and hence the standard deviation of the distances correct to 2 decimal places. B. Calculate correct to 2 decimal places the interquartile range of the distances. So here we need to make a frequency distribution table. Since we have been given the mean, and here we don't have one frequency, which is t, we use a frequency distribution table to be able to determine the value of t. So let's make a frequency distribution table, and that is going to help us to solve this. So here we have the first column. Here is for the class. Then we can have midpoint. Then we can have frequency. Then we can have the product of frequency. So we can first of all work with that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So let's have that one. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. We have 5. We have 6. We have 7. We have 8. So meanwhile, let's just have that. So we have class. Our classes is we are given here. It is 1 to 5, 6 to 10. We have 11 to 15. We have 16 to 20. We have 21 to 25. Then we have 26 to 30. So those are the classes that we have. Then we have we can get the midpoint, or which we can call x. So the midpoint, you can use this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see the midpoint is 3. So here we have 3. Here we have 8. We have 13. We have 18. We have 23. And we have 28. We can reduce this to have more space there. So we have that. Then we have the frequency. We have been given the frequency. This is, we start with 3. We go to 6. We have t. We have 7. We have 4. Then we have 2. We have fx. Fx, we multiply this. 3 times 3, we get 9. This is 48. This is 13t. This is 8. This is 13t. This is 18 times 7. You'll be able to get 126. 126, use your calculator. The other one we get 92, and here we get 56. So we know that the mean x bar is equals to summation of fx divided by summation of f. So we need to sum up f. When you add up f, you get these are 22, so we say it is 22 plus t. Of course, we don't know t. If you sum the fx, you find that it is 131 plus we have 13t. 13t. So this means that we can get the mean. X bar is equals to 131 plus 13t divided by 22 plus t, and this is equals to we have been given the mean is 14.5. so with that you can now get t. So you say 131 plus 13t is equals to, you cross multiply, you'll be able to get I think here we have made a mistake. Let's correct that. Here we need to correct this. So let's just use the hand here. We have that. So this is we are getting, when you add this, we are supposed to get 331 plus 13t. Then this one is supposed to be 22 plus t. So that now we come here and say 331 plus 13t divided by 22 plus t, that should give you 14.5. Now that is correct. So we now cross multiply, we get 331 plus 13t. You'll be able to get, you multiply that, you get 319. You multiply 22 times 14.5, you get 319. Then plus 14.5t. So you put the right terms together, you'll be able, when you you take that into the other side, so 14.5t minus 13t is equals to, you take 319 to this other side, 331 minus 319, 1.5t is equals to, you get it is 12. You divide both sides by 1.5, you get t is equals to 8. So t is equals to 8. So now that we know that, we need now, we have found the value of t, we need now to get the standard deviation. For standard deviation, we need to add another column. We need a standard. The formula for getting the standard, we have the standard deviation is standard. Let's use a different color. So we have standard deviation is the same as SD is equals to the square root of variance. Variance is equals to the summation of x squared f divided by summation of f minus x bar. So we already have the mean, but we need a column for xf. So we need, we can add columns here. We need to add columns here. This one, we are going to use it for x squared. Once you get x squared, then you can use this other column. Let's make it a bit bigger. That column, we say this is x squared. Then we have x squared f. That will help us to get the variance. So when you x is 3, so when you square 3 is 9, 8 is 64, 13 is 169, 18, you square 18, you get it is 324. You square 23, 23 squared, you get 529. That 28, you get 784. 784. All this you can do with your calculator to make to work faster. So you multiply now x squared multiplied by f. So this will give us 27. You multiply 6 multiply 64, you get 384. You 13 multiply by here now. No, we are multiplying 6 times. We are multiplying 6 times 64. So because we know t is now 8, we have calculated here. So it is 8 multiplied by 169. 8 multiplied by 169, you get 1352. 1352. 7 multiplied by 324. 324, you get 2268. Then you 4 times 529. You get 2116. And finally we have 2 multiplied by 784. You get 1568. So that's what we need. Now we can now come here and say variance is equals to we have said it's summation of x. So we sum up this. Use your calculator to sum up that. So that should give you 7715 when you add up all this. So this is 7715. You divide by summation. This is 30. This was supposed to be for this one. You divide by 30. Then you minus. The mean is 14.5. The mean is 14.5, and that you'll be able to get. So it means standard deviation is equals to the square root of this, the square root of the variance. So it is 7715 divided by 30 minus 14.5, and that this is supposed to be squared. So we say squared. So when you compute that, you get 6.85. So the standard deviation is 6.85. Now we go to part. Calculate correct to 2 decimal places the interquartile range of the distances. To get the interquartile range, we need the cumulative frequency. We need the cumulative frequency. So what we do is we make another column here, which we are going to call cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, we add up the frequencies. So we start with 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. Here we have 8, so that will give us 17. 17 you add to 7, you get 24. 24 you add to 4, you get 28. 28 plus 2, you get 30. So that is the total frequency. That's how we get the cumulative frequency. So the formula that we use, we say you say this is a lower quartile, which we call Q1. We say it is the lower crest limit of that class plus. So we use this formula n over 2 minus c. All this is divided by f and you multiply by I, the class interval. For Q3, we say this is equals to L, the lower class limit of that where the quartile lies. Then we have 3n over 4 minus c minus c. Then we have that's a bracket. Close the bracket, we multiply by the interval and we divide by frequency. So what does this method stand for? We say that since we have quartile means you divide the data into 4 parts. So if you divide 30 divided by 4, you get it is equals to 7.5. So the lower quartile lies in this class. This is where we have 3 cumulative frequency. We have 9. So 7.5 rise in this particular class. The lower class limit of this is 5.5. Then N stands for the total frequency, or the number of data. C is a cumulative frequency above that particular class, and interval is the I is a class interval. Frequency is a frequency in that particular class. So that is the frequency. So we say once you understand that, then we say Q1 is equals to the lower class limit of 6 to 10 is 5.5 plus we have N is 30. N is 30, you divide by 4. N, that is, you can say 30 divided by 4 minus the cumulative, that is the cumulative frequency above that class, which is 3. You multiply by the class interval here. The class interval is 5. And the frequency in that class is 6. So that is how you get the lower quartile. So you can compute this, and I don't have space. You'll be able to get 9.25. Okay. Then we get to Q3. We say if you multiply 7.5 times 3, you get 22.5. 22.5 rise in this particular class of 16 to 20. You can see here we have 17, so we get that is to 22.5. It rises. So we get the lower class limit of this is 15.5 plus. We have said it is 3/4 of n. So you say it is 3, put the bracket, 3 over 4 multiplied by 30. N is the total number of frequency. You minus the class, the cumulative frequency above that class. The cumulative frequency here is 17. Okay, close the bracket, multiply by 5, and you divide by the frequency in that class, which is 7. Which you get when you compute that. Now that you have the values, you should be able to get 19.43. And therefore interquartile range, so we say interquartile range, let me just use the word range, is equals to, you say it is 19.43 minus this one, upper quartile minus lower quartile, 25, is equals to that. You'll be able to get 10 point, let's write that properly. You get 10.18, and this is to 2 decimal places. So that's how you work out that. The space was challenging, that is why I have left you to complete this, but if you work it out, you should be able to get that is 9.25 and the other one is 19.43. So that's how you do that question, and you get yourself 10 marks.